The dish to Heinrich. Shoots from the baseline. Good. Heinrich's got his first basket. Here's Dragic. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington.
Chipped in with a couple of blocks, too. So just giving you a hint of his potential impact at the defensive end.
Here's Leonard. And he gets it to go. Well, you have to give him credit for making things happen last game. The team came up short, but Clark, he must have turned some heads with his play.
Well, you know, it's very rare to see a player playing in his first NBA game have the immediate impact and confidence that he had. I think he may have a bright future in this league.
With the floater.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
And he gets it to go. 7 points for Pau Gasol.
That's his third make in 4 attempts, guys, so quick start for the game.
Dragic with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
This all no good.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Heinrich. Here's Plumlee, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because he just can't find the range.
For the three, and he sinks it from deep. Three-pointer good from Leonard. Leonard's got 5. Chicago trailing here. Brooks outside. Feeds it to Gasol. 13 feet away. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Phoenix has gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. Dragic the pass to Wright. The feed to Leonard. Kicks it to Tucker. Back to Leonard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Here now, the 2K leaderboard, showing us the best passing teams in the NBA over the course of the last month. 4th, the Bulls.
The last few weeks have shown these guys that being patient with your passing can earn you some easy looks and baskets. Excellent teamwork. The more you do it, the more you're rewarded, and it becomes contagious.
Morris is checked in for P.J. Tucker.
Kirk Heinrich in his 12th season out of Kansas. Remember covering this guy in college. Still a quality defensive combo guard. At 6'4", tremendous IQ and anticipation really helps him at the defensive end. And he's, I think, a little underrated offensively, too.
And Heinrich playing big numbers for the Bulls last season. Steve, his shooting percentages have started now to tail off over the last few years.
You know, I think his defense is really what keeps him on the court at this point, Kevin. Offensively, still a good playmaker and a decision maker, but he's not going to be a big scorer.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brooks against Dragic. Brooks outside. 6 on the shot clock. McDermott with the screen for Butler. Brooks with no one around. Here's Gibson, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
Near the three-point line. What a play! He simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And an ideal finish to the quarter for them as he drains it at the buzzer.
Boy, I like the fact he didn't rush it at all. Fantastic shot.
Coming up next Monday night.
And now the second quarter, just teams with a completely new group on the floor. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Butler comes in for McDermott. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Leonard in at shooting guard. Brandon Wright is out there with Miles Plumlee. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Dragic in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Bulls trail by 8. Brooks outside. He kicks it to Gasol. Outside Butler. Lets the three fly. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
We knew what was going to happen with that one when he got his hands on it.
Yeah, you know, if the ball comes to him off the offensive boards, Clark, it's going to go back down hard.
It's amazing how many points he salvages for his team.
Leonard attacking. Here's Plumlee, and the layup's good off the glass. Plumlee's got the lead up to 8 now for the Suns.
And as the game has gone along, they've gotten much more aggressive on the offensive boards.
You know, crashing the boards is really an effort thing. It's an attitude and effort thing. And if teams get tired, they usually take a break on crashing the boards. But they've done just the opposite here.
Here's Butler. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. His teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far. You get a chance here to take a look at Goran Dragic's numbers. Solid year underway for him. He's averaging 15 points a game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. They've been able to count on him to run the show offensively, which he's done with his sensational passing.
Yeah, he's been setting them up with a lot of easy baskets, room service dimes. We call them one great look after another coming off of his passes. That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Gasol is down. Ball's knocked loose. Oh, trying for it. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
Let's see how the Suns have performed over the last few weeks. 4th in blocks, 6th in fewest turnovers per game. And they're in the top 10 in rebounding. This is a team that does a good job getting on the glass.
This is a team, Clark, and you talked about the shot blocking. This is a team that really has become a defensive-minded group. They rotate well, they cover up for one another, and when somebody does get to the rim, it seems like they've got a lot of guys coming over from the weak side to protect the rim.
To the left side wing. Leonard with the steal. Here is Plumlee. Pass to Tucker. Fires it up. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Every once in a while, he'll kind of step out of his role and give you something like that.
Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to the Wizards.
Well, Clark, they really shot terribly from downtown in that one and eventually paid the price for it.
They sure did. I mean, sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but theirs wasn't quite strong enough.
Just 5 on the clock. Leonard brings the double team. Brooks kicks to Gibson. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at Golden State, and not a surprise really to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And of course the Phoenix Suns, 10 games behind.
Well, right now for the Suns, you know, they've got to take a step back and just try to pinpoint where things went south for them this season. They're in a tough spot.
But it's so hard to figure that out in the midst of the season, Clark. You got games coming night after night. There's just no time to figure it out. You just have to try to right the ship and get things moving.
Leonard hits them both.
What a stellar outing in this one for Leonard. He has 11 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
Which can't be undervalued, Clark. So many times a game can come down to which team wins the free throw battle.
Brooks against Dragic. Shoots the 3. Brooks misses.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him hit those in the past, but like you said, the defender was on him like glue. It would have been quite a bucket.
Here's Leonard. Rebound by the Bulls. Gibson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, it seems like they're getting a little fat and sassy here, complacent in the second quarter.
Fat and sassy. Come on, Clark. I mean, we're seeing their free throw attempts diminish, but I don't know about calling them fat and sassy. That seems kind of harsh.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Outside Dragic. The pass to Tucker. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
And so that brings the...
Hey guys, listen up. We've got a good lead, but lots of basketball left to play. We got a spectacular boost from the guys.
And the third quarter about ready to get into.
You're up. Let's go.
Time to do my thing.
Morris is checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dragic in for Eric Bledsoe. Chicago also making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Heinrich comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. So for Chicago right now, inside, Gibson and Noah. Heinrich is out there with Brooks. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, no doubt Joakim Noah has absolutely no problem playing the role of the heel, known to provoke opponents and opposing crowds. He says, I like energy. Energy or negative energy, it gets me going. I like playing on the road. I think that hate fuels me to play harder. I loved it from the start. He's getting plenty of fuel from it, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And Noah's certainly not bashful with his emotions on the floor at all. Here's Morris. Here's Leonard. And another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Plumlee's got 6 points.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
Well, that's been the focus, Clark, as we've watched. I mean, they've created one chance after another inside.
Miles Plumlee, Steve, buried on the bench in his rookie season with Indiana, but the Suns saw something in him, and they would not sign off on the Luis Scola trade without Plumlee coming back in the deal.
Well, it was a good move on their part. Plumlee stepped into their starting center position, played very well, and
so the Suns win it. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Yes, guys, I'm